The two frogs. One day two frogs were hopping in and out of a watering hole, and accidentally hopped in an extremely deep hole. They tried to leap out, but to no avail, had no success, so they began to yell and croak until other frogs heard them and came to help. The other frogs looked over into the hole and said the hole was too deep for them to help. But both frogs kept leaping up the sides of the hole. The other frogs, leaning over the hole and waving their front legs, began to yell to the frogs to just give up and die, and that there was no hope of them getting out of the hole. But both frogs kept leaping and trying to get out of the hole. They leaped for hours and one of the frogs just gave up, as was so exhausted, and died. The other frog in the hole kept leaping. But the other frogs, leaning over the hole, kept yelling and waving their front legs, for him to stop and give up. But the frog kept leaping, trying to get out of the hole. Finally, the frog leaped so high that he was able to leap to the top of the hole, and used his back legs to push himself up out of the hole. The other frog said, "Even though we told you to give up and that there was no hope of you getting out of the hole, you kept leaping." The frog that got out of the hole thanked the other frogs for egging him on. The other frogs didn't know that this frog was deaf. Moral lesson. Sometimes you have to turn a deaf ear to what others tell you is impossible.
The security guard. A lady worked at a meat distribution factory. One day, when she finished with her work schedule, she went into the meat freezer room to inspect something, but, in a moment of misfortune, the door closed and she was locked inside, with no help in sight. Although she screamed and knocked with all her might, her cries went unheard, as no one could hear her. Most of the workers had already gone, and outside the cold room, it is impossible to hear what was going on inside. 3 hours later, whilst she was at the verge of death, the security guard of the factory eventually opened the door. She was miraculously saved from dying that day. When she later asked the security guard how he had come to open the door, which was not his usual work routine, his explanation: "I've been working in this factory for 35 years. Hundreds of workers come in and out every day, but you are one of the few who greet me in the morning and say goodbye to me every night when leaving after work. Many treat me as if I'm invisible. Today, as you reported for work, like all other days, you greeted me in your simple manner, 'Hello.' But this evening after working hours, I curiously observed that I had not heard your 'Bye, see you tomorrow.' Hence, I decided to check around the factory. I look forward to your 'Hi' and 'Bye' every day, because they remind me that I am someone. By not hearing your farewell today, I knew something had happened. That is why I was searching everywhere for you. Be humble, love and respect those around you. Try to have an impact on people who cross your path every day. You never know what tomorrow will bring." Moral of the story: respect people's feelings. Even if it doesn't mean anything to you, it could mean everything to them. Don't underestimate the importance of treating others with kindness.
If you like our video, please comment below. Give us a like and subscribe to our channel.